Hello everyone, my name is Jesse.lau. Today I get the iFlyTech, the newest translator version 2.0. This translator is the best translator on the market now. It has 2.4-inch screen and 33 languages inside. Most importantly, it has Chinese translating to English offline. So let's go to see what's in the box and what's the translation accuracy about this translator. Now we are going to open the box to see what's inside iFlyTech. You can see it's black box, very beautiful. Okay. When open box, we can see the translator body. It's black, very beautiful and small. Cameras in the back. Logo iFlyTech. And the accessory is very small, little. There's only one charge line and instruction manual and a stick for the SIM card. That's all for this. In front is a 2.4 big screen to see the content and to see the UI and the menu. And here's a 3 button in the front. ABC, it means the foreign language. 1 button in a circle, it means AI button. And the 1 in Chinese, that means Chinese language. Only 3 buttons in front. And here is one very big loudspeaker here. And we can see on the left here is a voice control to turn the voice big and less. And here is one turn on button. Power off, power on. To depend on this button is very similar to the smartphone. And in the back you can see one camera here. It's about 1300 megapixel camera. This camera is for you to take the pictures and to translate the pictures into language. And here is one button for SOS. SOS, it means that when you are in danger, you press this button for 3 seconds. That this translator will send your location to the center, and the center will to contact your emergency person to contact you. SOS button. And we can see on top here is a microphone jacket to put your headset. And finally we can see there is a Type-C charging line for your Type-C device. This device also has one SIM card jacket for you can put your 4G SIM card into this translator so you can translate, keep online all the time. So it's very easy to see, very easy to use. Now I'm going to introduce, there's 4 main functions. First is photo translation. Photo translation is very easy. You can take some pictures, and this translator will scan the words and to translate. But this photo translation is not performed very well because it depends on you to take the clear photo and not easy to distinguish the words. This is photo translation. The second is human translation. Human translation, that you need to buy some time, minutes, and to call someone to translate for you. You can select a language about English, Japan, Korean, Russian, Spanish, Arabic, French, Italian, and the Thai language. You can select this language for human translation, but you need to buy the time. It's very expensive. You can see about 190 for about 30 minutes for human translation. You buy the time, 30 minutes, and you can make a telephone calls by this translator, and someone will translate for you. This human translation function. The third as the study function. In this function, we can see here is some usually used sentences in the translator, like
which gate should I board the plane at?
There are some sentences like to hotel and travel and shopping and take a bus, and some sentences was built in this translator. So you can learn some English sentences by this translator, but all the sentences was fixed in the translator. You cannot change and you cannot to add or more language.
Where should I get off to go to the museum?
Now we can see the final function, global online. In this function, you can to buy some data service, internet service for different kind of country and place. You can see here's China, Hong Kong for about 12 yuan per day. You can buy this data internet service for 1 day or 2 days. You can buy. When you buy the internet service, you can to use the hotspots to share Wi-Fi hotspots to share the internet data for your smartphone or computer. This is a very useful function and a very important function, I think. Here's the United States for about 20 yuan per day, Australia 20 yuan, and Canada 26 yuan per day. You can buy the internet service data. This is four function, main four function, and you can see here the final is SOS button. In this SOS function, you can to add your emergency contact person inside. When you are in danger, you can press the SOS button in your back, and this translator will call the customer center and to contact your emergency person. It's very interesting. And the final is the setting. I don't know why I have changed the system language English, but it's also Chinese. For the UI, for the main language, it's also Chinese. I don't know why. And the language selection is also Chinese. The system is English, but the language and the UI language is also Chinese. It's really tricky. The language settings, you can choose Japanese, Korean, French, Spanish, Russian, Germany, Portugal, Italian, Arabic, and India language, India English, British English, Canadian English, and Indonesia, and Malaysia, Swedish, Turkish, and about 33 languages. Most importantly, this translator has offline translation only for Chinese and English, and the other 33 languages you need to connect the internet. This translator supports 3 methods to connect internet. First, you can to put your 4G SIM card into the translator. It's just like one smartphone. Put your 4G SIM card inside, it can to got internet all the time. And the second, you can to use the Wi-Fi connect the internet to get internet data. And the final method that you can to buy this global internet service. You can buy this in different place, so you can to connect the internet for translation. This main three methods to connect this. Now I'm going to show you how to use this translator. First, I select the language into English, and I press this button. It can translate the Chinese into English. 你好，今天星期几？
Hello, what day is it today?
车站在什么地方？
Where is the station?
And I speak English and press this ABC button to translate English into Chinese. Today is Friday.
今天是星期五。
The bus station is 200 meters far away.
车站就在200米远的地方。
So it's very easy to use, actually, and very funny. Now I'm going to show the translation performance about this translator. I will use several languages to see. Now I'm going to change the language into Japanese. 你好，我想去日本旅行。
こんにちは。日本へ旅行に行きたいです。
这个翻译机可以翻译日语。
この翻訳機は日本語を翻訳できます。
And change Korean. 我已经去过韩国了。
나는 이미 한국에 간 적이 있다.
韩国这个国家很漂亮。
한국이 나라는 매우 아름답다.
And we'll change some main language, Russian. 我要去莫斯科旅行。
Я иду в Москву.
我想去莫斯科看足球比赛，世界杯。
Я хочу поехать в Москву, чтобы посмотреть футбольные матчи и чемпионат мира.
有了这个翻译机之后，我就可以翻译俄语了。
С этим переводчиком я могу перевести русский язык.
And we'll change Arabic. A lot of people they want Arabic translation. 这个翻译机可以翻译阿拉伯语。
هذا المترجم يمكنه ترجمة العربية.
所以说，对说阿拉伯语的人来说很方便。
على الرغم من أنها مريحة للغاية بالنسبة للأشخاص في سورة.
所以说，对阿拉伯语的人来说很方便。
لذلك فهي مناسبة جدا للمتحدثين باللغة العربية.
这个翻译机可以翻译阿拉伯语。
هذا المترجم يمكنه ترجمة العربية.
Okay, I'm going to translate another language, Indonesian language. 这个翻译机可以翻译印度尼西亚语。
Penerjemah ini dapat menerjemahkan bahasa Indonesia.
有了这个翻译机之后，去印尼旅游就很方便。
Sangat nyaman untuk melakukan perjalanan ke Indonesia dengan
有了这个翻译机以后，去印尼旅游就很方便。
Dengan penerjemah ini, sangat nyaman untuk melakukan perjalanan ke Indonesia nanti.
Okay, I'm going to change Turkish. A lot of people go to Turkey to travel. 很多中国人去土耳其旅游。
Birçok Çin 39 ve Türkiye 39. Ye seyahat.
我也想去土耳其旅行。
Türkiye 39. Ye seyahat etmek istiyorum.
这个翻译机可以翻译土耳其语。
Bu çevirmen Türkçeyi tercüme edebilir.
Okay, I'm going to change another language to say Herbert. 这个翻译机可以翻译希伯来语。
המתרגם הזה יכול לתרגם עברית.
它需要联网翻译希伯来语。
הוא צריך לתרגם את העברית לעברית.
它可以离线翻译中英文。
זה יכול להיות מתורגם אנגלית וסינית מחובר.
And we can to translate another language, Romanian language. Okay. 它可以翻译罗马尼亚语。
Poate traduce limba română.
我想去罗马尼亚旅行。
Vreau să călătoresc în România.
这个东西多少钱？
Cât de mult este chestia asta?
这个翻译机很不错。
Acest traducător este foarte bun.
So it's very training. It's very funny, and this translator can translate a lot of language, about 33 different language online. And it only can translate Chinese and English offline. You don't need internet, you can translate English and Chinese only. So it's very easy to use.
Now we can see this F-Flat Tech version 2.0 translator is very nice design and very nice appearance. Most importantly, the translation performance of this translator is very good, and this translator can translate about 33 different language online, and only can translate Chinese and English offline. And in the next month, this translator will update the system so you can translate Chinese into English and Chinese into Japanese, Chinese into Korean, and Chinese into Russian. These 4 languages offline in next month. So this translator is very good, very nice design, and this is the most expensive translator on the market now. But this translator, I think, is very good for the Chinese to use, because our language you only can translate depend on the Chinese into the other language. You cannot change the other different foreign language into the third language. Like you only can translate the Chinese into Japanese, Russian, Turkey, but you cannot translate Turkish into English, English into French, French into Russian. This translator doesn't work. And the second, I want to say that the system language, I have changed the system language into English, but the UI and the language selection place is also Chinese. So for a foreigner, maybe it's not easy to use. That's a little bit tricky. So finally, I think this translator is very good for the Chinese to use, but maybe it's not very good for the foreigner to use, because for a foreigner you only can translate your language, your own language into Chinese. This is one point. Secondly, you cannot see some content by the UI because it's Chinese also.